Who the hell are you?
You know. You all know exactly who I am. Now, say my name.
Hey, Mr. White.
I did not realize that was Mr. White back there.
Mr. White? What?
You doing, Mr. White?
Mr. White? Okay, the mayor said he will meet with you.
Mr. White. Hey, Mr. White. How you doing today, Mr. Sexton? Mr. White. Mr. White? Mr. White.
You're the man, baby, right?
You're damn right.
Yeah, Mr. White.
What's up, America? It's your favorite Monday morning quarterback, Mr. White, back at you again. This time we're going to do a video of my own. This is my trip up to Trinity last year. I went with Concerned Citizen Wears the Constitution and Blue the Blue Line Watcher. It's important to note that this was after News Now Ninja, Damage Beyond Repair, News Now California, and Carolina Fort Worth went up there and had an interesting interaction. Let's jump right into it and see what the sheriff has to say.
We're at the sheriff's office. I guess they had to step out.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, can I help you?
Sheriff in?
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Clint.
Clint?
Yeah.
What you doing, Clint?
Oh, taking a tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, I had just maybe 30, 40 minutes ago walked pretty much all the way around the old jail and out the parking lot and back into the courthouse. And I come back out and those signs are out there saying secure area.
Yeah, because that's a secure area.
Okay, well, it is now.
That's a jail.
Well,
Yeah,
I didn't try to go in there.
No, we just got our signs up. We just got them in, so we're placing them out so they can go put them up.
I see. Okay, I just had a quick question about that because I was like, wow, that's fast acting.
Hey, we're fast people over here.
And the maintenance supervisor, maintenance manager, Corey, I asked him about it. He said he didn't know anything about it, so that pretty much left you.
Well, they would. Just be real careful. Don't be filming inside my jail. Don't film out here all day long.
That's it. Well, I understand what the dispatch is right inside the door, right?
Exactly. You're not allowed to carry cameras inside my jail. That is a
Okay.
secure facility, so don't make that mistake or you're going to be charged with criminal trespass, okay?
Oh, well,
So you can video anywhere you want to around here, don't care. Just don't go inside my jail and do not go around our vehicles.
Hey, I was being nice and cordial with you.
I'm being nice. I'm just telling you.
You're being a little bit gruff, but I'm not here to criticize you. I have no intention of going anywhere I'm not supposed to be.
Okay.
You know, that's
Well, I appreciate it.
Tourism is not a crime.
Tourism is not a crime. But I'm not quite sure that's what your intent is.
Yeah, we have no ulterior motives.
Okay.
I know there's a lot of videos going around on the internet.
Well, that's what your friends are over there doing. They're trying to create a disturbance here.
That's not true at all.
And that's fine. I have no
That's not
problem
true.
with that as long as you mind your P's and Q's. You won't hear nothing from us.
Well,
Here he says we are the ones trying to start a confrontation, but he literally watched Concerned Citizen walk over to that parking lot, go through and look at the cars and everything, walk around the jail, and had somebody go out there and throw out signs while we were in the courthouse. And now he's watching me go around the backside of the jail where there is no signs. There's no signage or nothing on the backside. It says I can't come in through there. And he's crying about that. But you're the one that threw the signs out there to try to make it to where we would have been doing something improper. Who's really trying to start a confrontation here? I digress. Let's get back to it.
you know, we're not out to break any laws and not here to evoke a reaction.
You did when you went over and you started looking inside that vehicle over there. But we're going to let that slide this time.
Oh, no, there's a toolbox sitting on the console. And I said, well, that's odd.
You have no business over messing around a vehicle.
I didn't touch not a single thing.
Okay,
I did not touch not a single thing.
Looking at it, okay?
Oh, right between the van and the pickup
You
truck?
have no business going over in between those vehicles and looking.
Well, now I don't. There's a secure area.
You didn't have any business before, but I'm warning you now. Just don't do it again, okay?
Well, there's no need for a warning, but I appreciate fair warning.
Good deal. Well, this ain't the first time.
You know, I tried to mention, you cut me off. I said, there's a lot of videos going around out there on YouTube and whatnot. These lawyers and police chiefs and sheriffs out there spreading bad words about people who carry cameras.
Yeah.
And with this group, there is no ulterior motive. We're not here to evoke a response. We're here to see, basically, if you respect our First Amendment right to film in public. Anywhere we're allowed to be.
Let me tell you something about me. I am 100% the constitutional sheriff.
Right.
I will not infringe on your rights. So when you start putting my people in danger,
Right.
That includes the officers that work for me, and that includes the people of this county.
Okay. Well, I mean, I hope that just by watching me over there, you don't think I was
No,
up to anything like that.
No, other than trying to cause some trouble, but that's fine.
I wasn't causing any trouble.
I didn't say you were. I said that's your intent.
That is absolutely
You went inside the
obtuse for what I
treasurer's
just
office
said.
a few minutes ago. Somebody went inside the treasurer's office a few minutes ago. And you went back there filming all around in a private area. That could get
She allowed me.
I asked her when I
She
was,
said
I
you
was
could
the
go back
first
there.
one in there.
He
Well, that's
asked.
their office, but they called and said something about it. So
Let's see that interaction and how that actually went down. Here's me entering the treasurer's office and asking if I can take pictures, asking if there's anybody in the office before I go back there, and taking pictures of this humongous bank vault door that is the entrance to the treasurer's office. It's pretty, noteworthy and photographic, but apparently the sheriff has an issue with it, even though the treasurer's office really didn't. I don't know. Maybe they called, maybe they didn't. Maybe it was somebody outside the treasurer's office that called. I don't know. But let's see that interaction. Hello. Is it all right? We just get some pictures? Thank you. Is anybody in this office? No. I just didn't want to disturb them. So is that a bank vault? Is that used to be a... I did not know that. Why didn't... How come nobody's... That's one of those things they could have pointed out to us since we're... So I'm guessing the window... Oh, no. Were the windows there originally, too? They just had bars on them? That's what the... Wow. That's pretty... Oh, it has... Oh, now I see. So now this is the safe room. That's cool. Well, yeah. I mean, that's what it could be used for. You got steel to cover the windows, brick over here, and then you got a nice heavy steel door. A beautiful building.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, I like those lamps too.
Thank you. Do you mind? What's your name? Your name?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Thank you, Rebecca. You have a wonderful day.
Hey, there's an old plaque that's right outside this door that's on the wall that shows dates on it.
On this side of the
You
building?
go outside this door right here and turn to your left, I think it's right there.
And it talks about the bank.
I think it has the builders on it at least.
Okay.
It shows the date.
The Masons, I'm assuming.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a wonderful day.
All right, you too.
Oh, for the fire suppression. Like, why did they drop the door like that? But it's so they could run the water pipes for fire suppression. Maybe it's just me, but it seemed like Rebecca didn't really have a problem with us at all. But maybe that's just me. Maybe she was really freaking out and she's just cool under pressure. I don't know. Let's get back to Woody. We're going to go back. We'll go to my camera now. We were on Concerned Citizens camera. Now we'll go to my camera and watch the rest of this interaction. This is probably going to be a 2-part series because we actually came back and he came out and talked to us again afterwards. But let's get back to the first one.
That is absolutely.
you went inside the
obtuse for what I
treasurer's
just
office
said.
a few minutes ago. Somebody went inside the treasurer's office a few minutes ago. And you went back there filming all around in a private area. That could get...
She allowed me.
I asked her when I went in. I was the first one in there.
Well,
He
that's
asked-
their office, but they called and said something about it. So
Okay. Well, I went in there after that and she allowed me to do the same thing. I just didn't want to go back in that office because it's an office.
I understand.
I took pictures of the vault door. Okay. If
That-
you ask anybody we had
Why would
contact
you take
with over
pictures of
there,
the vault door?
because it's an antique vault door.
You're not here doing antique searches.
Yeah. Historic history.
You call yourself auditors like the rest of them do. Is that what y'all do?
Well, today I'm being a tourist in my own backyard.
Okay, that's good. Where you from?
A different county.
You know where I'm from. I can't know where you're from.
Well, I've been from here many, many times.
Oh,
I just never had a chance to stop. I was always on business.
Yeah.
So my intent here today is to come and see the things I couldn't see when I was on business.
Good deal.
Okay. And I don't think it's fair of you to see a video on the internet and judge every single auditor that we're here for adversarial purposes. That's just not fair.
Hey, how much time have you spent in that building?
How much time have you spent in the building?
Yes, sir.
I don't understand your question.
How much time have you spent over there in that building? I'm just,
quite a bit of time. You talking about? I
so
don't have an office?
maybe you've become numb to it, but that's a beautiful building.
No,
There's
I
so
know
much
it's a great building. It was built in
beautiful architecture in
1933.
there.
Love it. But it's old and it's outdated. So we're in the process of building a new jail pretty soon.
Are you talking about the jail? I was talking about the courthouse. I'm sorry.
The courthouse is pretty cool, yeah.
No, I'd imagine you spend quite a bit of time over there.
Yeah.
No, we were just, I mean, it's like I told the ladies over there, when you go to DMV, they have that poster that has all the county courthouses on the poster, you know?
Right.
And this has always been one that's, you know, if I was going to start doing it, this is one of the ones I'd love to see.
It's a new courthouse. It's a new courthouse.
Is your office responsible for the signs?
Yes, it is.
I just had a discussion about that. Did you?
First of all, you're not the first group that's come around here and done this. And I understand what you're doing, and I respect it 100%. But the last group that come around here tried to cause problems. Okay? But those signs, I don't need anybody walking into my vehicles. We just ordered those signs, and they just come in, and we're getting them put up. But they are to keep you and everybody else, anybody, from walking in through our vehicles, looking at them. We have weapons inside those vehicles at times, and we have things in there that y'all don't need to be messing with. And I don't need I don't need my vehicles being toyed with, and I don't need somebody over there.
We understood that before we got here, but there was no
Well, you got to
signage.
understand, we're going. When you start walking around a vehicle, a sheriff's department vehicle, we don't know what. If I don't know you, I don't know your intent.
But you had line of sight on me. You told me exactly where I went.
I understand. I understand what I said. But what I'm telling you is, we don't see everybody that walks around there.
So-
We see them on camera.
So you don't presume at all?
I don't presume.
Yeah. No presumption in your job?
Oh, I presume all the time.
I hope so, because you're supposed to have the presumption of innocence. If I'm
No,
not,
see, I don't have the presumption of innocence for inside the court.
no, he plainly said he presumes everybody's out just to incite them, especially if they have cameras. They're just out there just to cause problems. Their intent is to cause problems. He said it multiple times. I don't know where I was going with that question, because he obviously thinks that everybody is out to get them and they just want to harass them or whatever. You may notice that he's got his phone in his hand. He's on Facebook Live right now. This Sheriff Woody Wallace, loves to go on Facebook Live for any and everything. Let's get back to the video.
I have to swear out an affidavit that you committed a crime when I put you in jail. I'm
Right.
not saying, well, I think you did it. I'm saying
Right.
I know you did it. That's not a presumption of innocence.
Right.
The presumption of innocence for the 12 people that hear the case and decide your fate.
When I came around the back of that gate,
Right.
if I would have taken a hard left and walked all through that stuff, legally there would have been nothing.
No, you would have been arrested for trespassing.
You have no signs from the back of that gate.
You know that's
all
a
the
jail,
way.
don't you?
No, I
thought
thought there's blinds in
I had
the
an
whole
argument with
first
him. I
floor is
said, "They in
blinds.
jail there is a maintenance shack."
Do none of the inmates get any sun?
You know that's a jail.
I do now.
No,
Corey
you
just
know-
told me.
You know that's a jail when y'all come over here
I thought it was
from a
old
neighboring
jail.
county, and I'm assuming San Jacinto County.
Why would
Am
you
I
say
correct?
that?
This is because I make presumptions all the time.
Okay, but
So, you know that's a jail, and you know it's a secure area, and you know I'm going to protect you. Plain and simple.
you know, I wouldn't have walked around there had the signs been there before I got there, and I saw them, and I didn't go back in there. There's no reason for me to. I already got video back there.
A 3-person posse is kind of small for any kind of jailbreak. I don't know. I said a 3-person posse is kind of small for any kind of jailbreak.
There, man.
So is that what you're planning?
No, you're saying that your job is to secure that and protect that.
That's another
What are you
presumption, I
protecting
guess.
it from?
Did you ever hear the story of Bonnie and Clyde?
Yeah.
Bonnie was one person.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think 3 people can come in there and try to.
But they weren't out of jail when they. Which instance are you talking about? Because the jailbreak was actually out in the field.
Are we talking about historic stuff now, or are we just sitting here trying to call?
Well, I mean, I came out here
questions
for
about
historic
signs.
stuff, and I heard you accuse me of coming out here to cause problems, and now I feel like I want to make sure that you understand. I want to alleviate your feelings towards people. You know, I mean, I started doing this stuff because I wanted to protect my state. You know, I noticed there was a lot of places that had illegal signs.
Start with protecting your state against drug and child molesters, sex offenders. That's what you should do.
Okay. Here's the problem with that. I know of at least one person, I guess 2 people at least, that still claim innocence. They've never been convicted.
Not in Trinity County, you don't.
No, not in Trinity County.
Okay. I'm very careful about who we arrest. And I'm very careful about investigations we do, because it's one thing I don't want somebody accused of something they didn't do, especially a sex crime.
Okay.
So that doesn't pertain to Trinity County.
Yes, I'm glad to hear you say that, because a mere accusation carries a whole lot more weight than a conviction.
I'm all for the
Because
person
until-
who makes that accusation is lying. I'm for them to get the same
Let's
punishment.
just
the
say,
person
let's
would've got
presume
there.
that a person
That would be
that's
nice.
charged with that would have to spend probably a year and a half, 2.5, maybe 3 years in jail by the time they ever got a verdict. And by then, the damage was already done.
I agree with y'all 100%. I agree with y'all 100%. It's last and basically, do you like the government functioning properly?
What?
Do you like government wasting tax dollars?
No, I don't like that.
See, that's what I'm doing when I could be out there arresting a pedophile or a dope deal going down, and I'm sitting here and have to talk to y'all about nothing.
You don't have to talk
You
to
could
us.
have made an appointment and said, hey, I'd like to come over and talk to you about your jail or your courthouse. But you didn't do that.
Well,
You come over here walking around with cameras trying to stir up
honestly,
and cause
I didn't
you wanted a
have an-
confrontation.
I did not have an agenda. That's why I didn't call and make an appointment. I had no agenda. I came over here to be a tourist. I just, things happen while I'm here. Hey, you're right, your office is right here. I'm going to come ask. And then you made that.
I mean, is this strip historic too?
Well, these buildings are old. They've been remodeled. When the courthouse was being redone, they put everybody over here.
Well, I mean, I just hate to hear you say that we come out here just to stir stuff.
That's a
And
misnomer.
if you get online, you can see.
How do I get online? What's your deal?
Well, I'm not talking about my particular channel. It's America First.
America First.
Yes, sir. So
So you're America White.
yeah, on Facebook, yes, sir.
Gotcha.
All right. So
And you ain't been real too friendly to me on Facebook. Matter of fact, you made lots of presumptuous accusations about me you have no knowledge about.
I didn't make any. I shared a story from a website.
Okay. Well,
So you're saying
the
that story
story,
was false?
Huh?
That story was false?
I don't know. I didn't read the story. I don't read stories written by child
So
molesters on a crayon with a crayon. Okay.
Yeah, I don't blame
Now
you.
you
I
call him
have-
a child molester, but he has never been convicted.
When you're a registered sex offender,
Uh huh.
you've been convicted.
How does that work?
Otherwise,
If,
you don't have
if he
to
doesn't
register.
have a conviction on his record, how is he convicted?
Well, I don't
I don't.
really, you
I
know.
don't. I don't
I didn't-
you're a,
He wasn't arrested over here. Wasn't done over here. I just
Right.
know he's a.
that's one of the people I'm talking about. This, you know, just there's some questions there.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Says maybe, I don't know, but then talks about I'm not gonna read some story written by a child molester on crayon with a crayon, or I didn't quite understand what he said there, but he sat there and talked like he knew, and now he's saying he don't know. So which one is it, Woody? Kind of like if you go to my page, since you mentioned Facebook, the very first story on my page is a story about David Stewart. They're bending him over in Angelina County.
He's not over here. I don't know nothing about
I
him.
know. I'm just
I've
saying
seen one of his videos when he was running around naked around the college.
he wasn't naked though. He had pants on. He said he was naked in the
He
video.
didn't show himself. He said he was naked. Again,
He showed other man. If I was standing here naked, are you gonna stand there and just look at me? Are you gonna stand there and just look at me? You're gonna arrest me, You're gonna arrest me.
Naked.
and you're gonna call him, right?
If he's offended, yeah, he probably is.
If I'm walking around here naked, come on, man.
I've been doing my job for nearly 40 years. I've seen more naked people.
Man, what's your job?
Matter of fact,
I guess you out here. Yeah,
Yeah.
you would see. I guess you would see a number.
Yeah.
Every
Naked,
accident
when
scene, you gotta
find
cut
them, you might
everybody.
be naked pretty quick, huh? For
You've made a lot of people naked in your career.
Well, we can sit around and talk about naked people all day. Is there anything y'all would like from me right now? Is there anything I can help you with? Otherwise, I'm gonna get back to my job.
I guess his point was maybe he'd like to see some more signage on the back side of the building.
Well, I'm
that
just
there's
saying,
no
legally enforceable.
ambiguity.
If you come from that business right there, or any of the roads back there, you come from up that whatever that road back there is, and you park somewhere over there, there's nothing saying you can't walk through that parking lot back there.
Well,
And that's all I'm
community.
saying.
We're a small community, and most people have enough sense to know that that's a jail. And they also know don't go up there and breach records. If you did that at TDC, they would shoot you.
No, I've been to TDC.
Go.
But they won't shoot you.
You been to TDC or to TDC?
I've done exactly what I'm doing right here, right now at TDC.
You run up there with cameras all outside their facility, trying to open doors.
Outside their first perimeter, yes.
I'm doing good. How are you? Good to see you. got something for you.
That's where I'm legally allowed to be.
Mr. Walls?
Yeah.
I grew up here in Grove.
So we don't go out intentionally breaking the laws.
I'm trying to, next time I host that, I host car meets up here. I'm the gentleman still doing it.
We're
Yeah.
the ones that are.
Let me hold out you a little bit later, Bastard. I've got some business with these guys. Okay? Take care.
If you got business to take care of, go ahead and do
Oh,
it,
you
sir.
got business to take care of. I'm a sheriff, 24/7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Would you consider this interference?
I could be doing something else.
Did you? How did y'all come about talking to each other?
He knocked on my door. And sign right there says check in, go across the street to jail.
Right, that's a
But
check
it's a
in though.
secure area.
It is. So in other words,
It is now.
the only people that need to go over there is got business over there. You don't have no business over there.
How long?
Anybody that's got business over there is going to make an appointment or call and say, hey, I need to come to jail. We normally go out in the field and deal with customers. We don't have any just walk in.
I swear I thought that was
I
a
don't know.
shutdown jail.
I've
I
asked-
figured you already had a new jail.
I've
That
asked
was
other
the
officers,
old
not
field
here.
service.
I've asked other officers, you think I'd be dumb enough to do that? And they're like, oh, we see people who, it's like somebody walk up to you and say they did something illegal, really, all the time? They just make it seem,
I've had it happen.
I'm sure it's happened. There's all walks of life out here. But seriously, to set up an appointment, you're an elected official,
I am.
all right? I don't live in Trinity County, so there's no way I could have voted for you. But how do you know that? Why do I have to make an appointment for somebody I elected who works for me to come up here and just shoot the shit?
Because I have things to do. Now, I'm not saying
Well,
people
if you don't
can't
have
walk in
time,
and see me.
yeah, if you don't
No
have time,
problem.
then of course.
You know Sheriff Capers?
I do.
He's very good at PR.
Yeah.
Now he probably would have handled that. But hey, come on by anytime. My door's always open.
I
But he
have
never
never-
opens the damn thing.
I've never been accused of bad PR. And I'm not going to tell you something. And I'm not going to tell you something just to let you know. I'm going to tell you what I feel, and I'm going to tell you the truth. There's one people back here going to say about me is I'm honest and I'm transparent.
Okay.
And that's the way I operate.
Unless you send in an open records request, then he's going to send it off to attorneys that never give you the documents you request. Go ahead and try it.
You could be a little bit nicer to somebody that hasn't broken the law.
I didn't think I was rude to you.
You were a little rough.
So
a little abrasive.
would you rather me let you
Abrasive,
walk
I
in
think.
that building over there and me arrest you for trespass? Would you rather me warn you?
Well,
The courteous thing would be to warn somebody, correct?
did you see me try and get into jail?
The last group that come up here actually walked in the side door of the jail on my dispatcher.
Yeah, just so you
And they're
know,
very lucky they didn't get in serious trouble over it.
that door is still open.
Yeah.
It doesn't lock or
They're
anything.
walking out of it, but that doesn't mean you can walk inside it.
Is there
Well,
a no
without those
business sign?
signs, it does. Now that you got the signs there, that does mean that. But before you had the signs there,
Well, reasonable, prudent people would walk in the side of a jail.
with a sign like, you've
I
got
did
a sign on your
recently
door that
read-
literally says "Go across the street to the jail."
And knock on the door.
So
I had
if I wanted to
recently
talk to
read
you
the
and
statute.
to come up here and
I
talk
have
to
a
you,
phone number.
I,
Call me. My phone's always open. Is that what Caper says?
I know-
My door's always open?
I
My
know
phone's
these are
always
very
open.
prevalent nowadays, but there are people out there that don't have them.
What?
A phone, and there's no more
Everybody's
public.
got a phone.
There's no more public phones.
I haven't
anywhere.
met a crackhead
Elected
yet.
officials have two phones.
I haven't
They
met
got
a crackhead
personal
yet.
phone.
Crackheads are
phone.
different because they'll do anything to be able to get their shit.
Is that phone there? Is that your personal phone or your public phone?
This is my personal phone.
Your personal phone. Okay.
Do you have an office phone, like
I do
a
not.
cell?
Can I do a FOIA request for the video you're taking on there right now?
It's on Facebook.
Oh, it's Facebook Live.
I don't do Facebook though. I cannot support that thief liar,
What's the thief about?
the Zuckerberg.
And everybody's got their opinion about everybody, but it is a tool that we use to communicate with the public. I do as a political office. I communicate right to
So you're going to post that on your Facebook page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
And it's
it's-
open to everybody, even somebody that's not a Facebook member.
Yeah, you know.
See?
It's funny that you mentioned that because you follow the laws and everything, right? You have to follow them too.
Right.
What is that? I'm trying to remember what you called it. We're just Mr. Watson. I'm not gonna say what you called him. He sent in a public records request
Oh,
for
I didn't know what
something.
you're talking about. You're talking about who?
Watson sent an alert.
Okay.
He sent in a public records request for a post that you had. I don't know the whole story. I know bits and pieces of it. But the attorneys that I guess the OAG, I don't know what you sent supporting your case for not turning it over, but they came back and said that your Facebook is not a public, it's your private Facebook.
That's correct.
Well, you just said you use it for, well, that takes it out of the realm of private.
I can spread my political message all day long with it on Facebook. That's how I get elected.
Okay, so I'm not going to find it on the Trinity County
No,
Sheriff's
it's on
Facebook page. I'm going to find it on your personal page.
Trinity County Sheriff Woody Wallace. That is my political page.
Do you have a business card?
I do, as a matter of fact.
If I could get one, I would like.
I don't think I've got. I don't think I have any right now.
Okay.
Come back and I'll give you one later.
So,
Look, I got stuff to do. Y'all are trying your best to create a problem.
No, we're just talking.
It's a shame you feel that way, you know?
Well, I have,
so,
but they
but
were
you're saying
talking.
she's trying to create a problem? Are you just talking about us two? We're the only ones trying to create a problem? Well, I'm trying to remedy.
We, as in us and the
I'm trying to
previous
remedy
group,
a problem
we were
I
trying to
see with
create
an
a
elected
problem.
official.
But see,
Because the
public.
previous group created a problem.
well, that can be put on us for what they did.
Well, it already has been.
Do you go to other departments doing this?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they should be out doing their job if they have to sit here talking to y'all.
No.
No, they were more than willing to sit there on taxpayer.
I mean,
I think I'm more than willing to sit here and talk to you now, but I've got things to do. You haven't asked me any.
I'm going to have to go find a bottle of water, so I was ready to go.
do you do civil assets forfeiture in Trinity County?
I'm sorry?
Do you do civil assets forfeitures in Trinity County? Do you know? Would you know roughly how much y'all did in that last year? He doesn't know how much they did in civil asset forfeitures last year, but he's also the auctioneer for that. He's also he owns the auction company that runs the auctions for the civil asset forfeitures. Talk about an incentive. That would be something for the treasurer,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, you can get that through the auditor's office.
Okay.
You can get it through us. I just
Up
don't
on the
have it
third floor?
Yeah, I don't believe I'd go walking up there with cameras.
Well,
Yeah, we already
did, and they were very happy to see us. And very
I didn't say-
cordial.
I wasn't happy to see you.
I hate to hear that you think that everybody's going to hate to see us come in with cameras when they have 3 words with this.
When
And
you're
go, oh, you
walking
guys are
around
cool.
through my vehicles out there, up there looking into windows and filming.
I looked in one
there's a
window.
problem.
I looked in
Doesn't
one
matter
window.
How many windows? 1 or 100?
How many times do you see a toolbox sitting on the top of the console
So if I
of a
come
truck?
to your house and I start going out in your driveway and I start
That's
looking in your
that's-
windows,
that's
you're
a
going to get
house.
upset?
You know what? If you lived in that truck, I would understand that.
That's a house for 7 people right now.
I'm talking about that truck. If you lived in that truck and you had blankets up, I wouldn't try and look in there.
Shouldn't have to have blankets up.
Well, I mean, first of all, that's public property, and my
No,
house
it's-
is private property.
That's where you're wrong.
My house is private
It is
property.
government property. That is not
which is public property.
Yeah, it's
Government.
taxpayer funded.
You
Government-
can't go anywhere you want to on public property.
No.
You can't.
That's why-
They don't know how.
That's why you put up the signs, though. Because now you can't.
Off of it. We're working
Right
on
now
it.
you can't go over there. And seriously though on the signs, I would probably get because it's open back there. There's no signs back there, and somebody who's wanting to cause a problem, like you said, that's how they're gonna look at it.
Okay, if I could, let's just say, according to what you told me, is that any reasonable person should have known, but has somebody come walking from that backside, never had a problem. Maybe they do it 2 times a week.
Oh,
And they didn't know about those signs right there.
Somebody running from
You would go over
somebody.
and warn them that they are in a secure area and to go around from now on, correct?
I did warn you.
No, I'm talking about anybody else after this point. If somebody walks through there 10 minutes from now and they see those brand new signs and go, what the hell? Then you would go
I'm
over and
going to
warn
make a
them.
presumption, and I'm going to try to presume what I think they're going to do by their body actions. And if it looks like they're going to do something wrong, it's going to be a little bit different level of reaction from them.
That's fair. Okay. But you did say, hey, a warning is better. You warned me not to go in there. It's a restricted area. And it's like, well, there's signs on either side of the door, so it's absolutely restricted now.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see one right on the door that says restricted.
But I'm not going to go
Or
around
authorized
posting a
only.
bunch of signs all over that building just so you can't read.
Are you just so?
I bet you got some sign makers locked up in the jail there. It'd probably be pretty easy to get that done.
Are you related at all to any of the Earlys?
Who?
Early?
I don't know.
No. Just what you said reminded me of them. It's not. It's
What's
not
the name?
Early.
Never heard of it.
It's not for us to, it's for the general public. If you're going to have something secured, it's got to be secured. You know, if I had buy 10 acres of land and I don't put those purple marks on the trees and no trespassing signs, until I tell somebody to leave, they're not trespassing.
I understand y'all are well versed in the law. I understand that, and that's great. But you're also wasting taxpayer dollars.
Well, no, sir. I'm trying to help you seriously with the signs.
All right, you got that through. We're done with it. We don't
I'm gonna go down here and get me a bottle of water if I can find a crosswalk.
Yep. There's one right there. Don't be run over going across it. We'll see y'all later. Okay.
All right,
take
man. Okay.
We're wasting taxpayer dollars, but you could walk in that office anytime and just leave. You could stop recording, stop putting this on Facebook Live, walk in that office and just end the conversation. But we're the ones wasting taxpayer dollars. You were in the office. What are you doing in the office? You were sitting in there. You're going to be sitting in there when we come back in about 45 minutes. So what are you doing? You talk about you could have been out doing this and you could have been out doing that, but you're not. And it's not because we're there, because you were already there. So what's the deal? You said you saw concerned citizen through the window, so you were already there. It's not like you came there because we were in the area. You were already there, not doing nothing or doing something in the office. So just my food for thought. That's going to be it. Check in tomorrow, same time, 10 o'clock. And I'll be Monday morning quarterbacking the second interaction we had with this sheriff on the same day, where he kind of backtracks and crawfishes a little bit on just about everything he said. See y'all tomorrow. Stay free, America. Out.